2025 Prophecies exposed Nostradamus, predictions coming true. Predictions for 2025. 2025, a year clouded in uncertainty and anticipation. As we move through this moment in time, it feels as though the world is on the edge of transformation. Headlines shift daily, technology evolves rapidly, and global tensions rise. Is this the future Nostradamus once foresaw? His mysterious quatrains, filled with timeless symbols, seem to echo louder than ever in our modern lives. Could these ancient predictions reveal what lies ahead of us already unfolding before our eyes? Now imagine this. What if the lines between past, present, and future are thinner than we think? Could Nostradamus's visions be guiding us today, offering a glimpse of what 2025 may hold? Before we dive into these chilling prophecies, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to the Journey of Wisdom. Your support helps us spread these insights to seekers around the world. And stay with us till the end. The final prophecy we'll explore may change the way you see this year and your place in it. And tell us in the comments, what would you ask Nostradamus about the future? Number 1. Who was Nostradamus? Before we dive into the striking prophecies said to unfold in 2025, it is worth taking a thoughtful moment to reflect on the man behind these timeless predictions, Nostradamus. Who was he, and why do his words still command such attention today, nearly 5 centuries later? Born in 1503 in France, Michel de Nostradamus, whom the world now knows simply as Nostradamus, was more than just a prophet. He was a scholar, an astrologer, a physician, and a seeker of life's deeper truths. Living during a time of great turmoil marked by wars, plagues, and political upheaval, he developed a keen interest in the stars and the cosmic forces believed to shape our destinies. His fascination with the mysteries of the universe ultimately inspired him to pen Les Prophéties, first published in 1555, a book of nearly 1,000 cryptic quatrains, or 4-line verses, that many claim offer glimpses into future world events. While these writings are often cloaked in metaphor and ambiguity, their uncanny relevance across the ages has kept scholars, skeptics, and believers alike returning to them with fresh eyes. Throughout history, countless readers have found eerie parallels between Nostradamus's quatrains and pivotal global events. His work has been associated with the Great Fire of London in 1666, an inferno that reshaped the very heart of the city, the meteoric rise of Adolf Hitler, whose actions altered the course of the 20th century with devastating consequences, and even the dawn of nuclear warfare through the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, events that forever changed how humanity perceives conflict and its own fragile existence. These examples fuel the enduring fascination with Nostradamus and ignite curiosity about what his words might reveal about the years to come, including the much speculated prophecies for 2025. In today's world, a world where uncertainty often looms and rapid change seems constant, many turn to ancient wisdom in search of meaning or guidance. Whether one views Nostradamus as a true seer or as a gifted observer of human nature and history's cyclical patterns, his work encourages us to reflect on our present choices. It invites us to approach the future with both caution and mindfulness, understanding that while destiny may unfold in mysterious ways, it is our actions, guided by compassion and wisdom, that ultimately shape the path ahead. As we explore the predictions said to emerge in 2025, let us do so with an open mind and a grounded heart, remembering that how we respond to the tides of change matters just as much as the changes themselves. Number 2. Key predictions for 2025. 1. Natural disasters. As we step deeper into 2025, A year already marked by uncertainty, climate change accelerating, political tensions rising, and technology reshaping how we live. It's only natural that many of us turn to ancient sources for guidance and understanding. Among the most discussed is Nostradamus, whose cryptic quatrains continue to captivate minds across the world. One of his chilling predictions for this year speaks directly to the growing fear of natural disasters. In a haunting verse, he wrote, "Mountains tremble, seas shall rise. The earth beneath cracks open wide. Cities crumble, man shall flee, seeking refuge by the sea." What do these words mean for us today? Many scholars and experts interpret this as a clear warning. We could be standing on the edge of an era marked by catastrophic earthquakes and tsunamis. The recent Ishikawa earthquake may have been just the beginning. Scientists monitoring the Pacific Ring of Fire region, already prone to seismic activity, have reported an alarming uptick in tremors and volcanic stirrings. Could we soon witness volcanic eruptions and powerful tsunamis that could wipe out coastal cities and displace millions? The implications stretch beyond the immediate devastation. Imagine the strain on the global economy, supply chains disrupted, entire nations grappling to rebuild amid the ruins. Seismologists are utilizing cutting-edge satellite imagery and data modeling to identify potential danger zones. But the unpredictability of nature leaves us all on edge. Meanwhile, volcanologists caution that many dormant volcanoes are showing signs of life. If they erupt, the consequences could extend far beyond the affected regions. Ash clouds could halt air travel, poison the air, and darken skies for days. In response, communities worldwide are ramping up emergency preparedness, conducting drills, and reinforcing infrastructure. Governments and international organizations must also foster stronger collaboration, as rebuilding after such disasters will require unity and shared resources. As we reflect on Nostradamus's enigmatic warnings, we are reminded of both the fragility of human civilization and the resilience we must cultivate. So I ask you, how prepared are we truly to face nature's raw power? Let this serve as a wake-up call: cherish what we have, respect the forces of the earth, and commit to working together, because in times of great upheaval, compassion and cooperation are our greatest strengths. 2. Extreme weather and climate crisis. Now, let's turn to a powerful vision from Nostradamus that speaks directly to the heart of one of the greatest challenges we face today: extreme weather and the deepening climate crisis. The quatrain goes, "Fields turn to dust, rivers overflow, nature's balance lost below. Drought shall scorch, floods shall drown. The balance tips a planet frowns." These words, though centuries old, resonate with a haunting truth as we step into 2025. Across the globe, scientists, environmentalists, and communities are witnessing the very patterns described here. Fields that once teemed with life are turning to barren dust, unable to yield the crops that sustain us. What does it mean for us when the land that feeds us can no longer do so? Food shortages, rising prices, and hunger loom on the horizon not as distant possibilities, but as realities already unfolding in many parts of the world. At the same time, relentless rains and catastrophic floods are displacing millions, sweeping away homes and livelihoods in an instant. Families are left searching for safety, while nations strain under the pressure to provide shelter and support. The Buddha once said, "All things arise and pass away. When you see this, you are above sorrow." But seeing impermanence should not lead us to inaction. It should awaken compassion and responsibility. The balance of nature is tipping, and the earth itself seems to frown beneath the weight of human activity and neglect. The question we must ask ourselves now is not merely whether these prophecies will come true, but what we choose to do in response. Are we ready to listen to the warning signs all around us? Are we prepared to embrace sustainable living, mindful consumption, and compassionate action for the sake of future generations? The window of opportunity to change course is rapidly closing. In the teachings of the Dhammapada, it is said, "As rain does not break through a well-thatched house, passion will not break through a well-developed mind." Likewise, if we cultivate awareness, wisdom, and collective action, we can strengthen the shelter that protects all life on Earth. So, dear listener, I invite you to reflect. What role will you play in this unfolding story? How can each of us contribute to restoring harmony with the natural world? The answers lie not in fear, but in mindful action starting today. If you've watched this far, you're already on the path to uncovering the truth behind the prophecies of 2025. Comment below with "Prophecy Unlocked" to show you're ready to explore these fascinating revelations. Don't go anywhere. There's still so much more to uncover. Stay until the end to see which predictions are coming true and what they could mean for your future. 3. Societal collapse and famine. One of the most unsettling prophecies attributed to Nostradamus for the year 2025 speaks of societal collapse and famine, an image that resonates disturbingly with many of the challenges we are already witnessing around the world. In a chilling quatrain, he wrote, "So high the price of wheat, that man, in despair, stirs his fellow man to eat." This stark line warns of a future where the most basic necessities, food and water, become precious commodities far out of reach for countless people. Already, in various corners of the globe, rising costs, supply chain disruptions, and extreme weather events are tightening access to these essential resources. The prospect of global famine no longer feels like a distant, hypothetical threat. As scarcity deepens, the fragile bonds that hold societies together may begin to unravel, giving way to social unrest. History shows us that desperation breeds conflict. Riots, looting, and even the darkest acts of human behavior could emerge in communities pushed to the brink. As law and order falter, many urban centers might become unsafe, forcing families to seek refuge in rural areas where resources might still be available. Yet such a mass migration would strain those rural communities, creating new tensions and hardships. Water scarcity, once the subject of dystopian fiction, is becoming an urgent reality as nations and regions grapple with dwindling freshwater supplies. Climate change, too, fans the flames of this crisis, altering weather patterns and making it ever more difficult to cultivate crops and maintain clean water sources. Scientists have been raising these alarms for years, urging immediate action. Yet amid this daunting outlook, there is still room for hope. Across the world, communities are innovating, developing sustainable farming practices, investing in water conservation, and embracing new technologies to increase food resilience. More importantly, this is a call for unity. Only through global cooperation, shared wisdom, and compassion can we navigate these turbulent times. For each of us, the path forward begins with mindfulness, reducing waste, supporting sustainable initiatives, and fostering a spirit of solidarity in our local communities. By choosing to act with awareness and kindness today, we can help ensure a more stable and nourishing tomorrow for all. 4. Political upheaval. Let's turn our attention to one of the most intriguing and often unsettling aspects of Nostradamus's predictions for 2025 political upheaval. Nostradamus, known for his cryptic yet strangely accurate foresight, hinted at a year marked by dramatic shifts in leadership and power across the globe. One of his well-known quatrains reads, "The lion weakened, the eagle crows, a serpent rises, and power flows." This haunting verse has sparked countless interpretations. Many believe the lion and the eagle symbolize Western powers whose global influence may be waning. Could we be witnessing this very change today? Across news headlines and international discussions, we see signs of new powers emerging, particularly in Asia. Nations like India and China continue to experience remarkable growth, both economically and technologically. Could 2025 be the year when one of these nations fully steps into the role of a global superpower, forever altering the balance of international influence? It's a question worth contemplating as we observe these developments unfold. But Nostradamus didn't stop there. In another cryptic quatrain, he writes, "The bear's heart falters, a shadow looms within the den, a snake assumes." Here, the bear is often interpreted as Russia. This verse seems to hint at internal turmoil, perhaps a leadership crisis or significant political instability. In recent times, we have seen rising concerns about the internal dynamics of Russia's leadership. Might Nostradamus's words be reflecting potential power struggles behind closed doors? And if so, how might these internal shifts ripple outward into the broader world? Given the tightly interwoven nature of our global economy, political instability in a country like Russia could send waves of uncertainty through international markets and alliances, affecting us all more than we might initially expect. As you reflect on these prophecies, consider this. What lessons can we draw from them in our own lives? While the idea of political upheaval can seem distant or overwhelming, it also serves as a powerful reminder of the impermanence of power and the constant flow of change. In such times, cultivating resilience, adaptability, and a broad perspective becomes more important than ever. No leader, no nation remains dominant forever. This is the natural cycle of life and history. Perhaps Nostradamus's words encourage us not to fear change, but to meet it with wisdom and preparedness. As you move forward, remember this key lesson. Ground yourself in values of compassion, understanding, and flexibility, qualities that will help you navigate whatever storms the world may bring. 5. Contact with extraterrestrial life. Now, let's turn to one of the most captivating and controversial prophecies Nostradamus made for the year 2025, the potential contact with extraterrestrial life. For centuries, this particular vision has sparked curiosity and debate among scholars, mystics, and everyday dreamers alike. Nostradamus once penned these haunting words, "Beings from beyond, watchers of the night, reveal themselves in glowing light." What could this truly mean for us? Many interpret it as a foretelling that within this very year, humanity may receive undeniable proof that we are not alone in the vast expanse of the cosmos. Whether this contact will happen through signals captured by our ever-advancing technologies or even through direct encounters remains a mystery. Yet, the mere possibility invites us to expand the boundaries of our understanding, not only of science, but of life itself. Think about how might this reshape the very way we see ourselves and our place in the universe. Such a moment would surely challenge long-held scientific models and deeply ingrained philosophical beliefs. And here is where an ancient Buddhist teaching offers us wisdom. Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment. As thrilling as this prophecy is, it invites us to approach it with mindful awareness, grounded in the here and now, so that we may respond with wisdom rather than fear. Furthermore, imagine if this contact were to involve telepathic communication, as some suggest ushering in a new era where barriers of language and culture dissolve. Could such an extraordinary event inspire greater unity among nations, urging us to put aside conflicts and work together as one human family? The potential for a global cultural exchange, learning from beings with knowledge perhaps far beyond our own, is truly profound. This raises an important question for each of us to ponder. Are we prepared spiritually, emotionally, and ethically to meet what lies beyond the stars? 6. Military conflicts. Nostradamus, the enigmatic seer whose quatrains continue to captivate and unsettle us, issued a stark warning about military conflicts looming in 2025, with particular emphasis on the sea. In one of his often debated verses, he wrote, "Red adversaries will become pale with fear, putting the great ocean in dread." This haunting image evokes more than just ancient poetry. It suggests that a formidable naval force may soon encounter unforeseen and destabilizing challenges. In today's volatile geopolitical climate, many experts interpret this prophecy as a possible allusion to the increasing tensions between Taiwan and China. The Taiwan Strait, a narrow yet critically important waterway, has long been a geopolitical tinderbox where national pride, economic interests, and military posturing intersect. As 2025 approaches, the potential for conflict here grows ever more real, with the involvement of global powers likely to transform any regional dispute into a broader international crisis. This is not merely a matter for diplomats and military strategists. It is a reminder to all of us of how interconnected our modern world has become. In an era where a distant skirmish can ripple across economies and societies worldwide, cultivating a mindset of compassion, understanding, and global awareness is more crucial than ever. While we as individuals may feel powerless against the tides of global conflict, we can choose to foster peace within our own circles, encourage dialogue over division, and support leaders and policies that prioritize diplomacy over aggression. Let Nostradamus's forewarning be not just a chilling prediction, but a call to action urging us to strive, in both big and small ways, toward a more harmonious world amidst these uncertain times. You've made it this far clearly. You're someone who seeks the hidden truths of what lies ahead. Type "Future Seeker" in the comments to let us know you're ready to face the revelations of 2025. Stay tuned, what you'll discover next might just change how you see the year to come. 7. Celestial Event. As we continue to explore Nostradamus's mysterious visions for 2025, one particular prophecy emerges from the pages of history with an eerie sense of urgency of vision that has fascinated and puzzled thinkers for centuries. The trumpet shall sound, the heavens divide, mankind's fate shall then collide. What could this haunting message mean for us today? Some suggest it speaks of a dramatic celestial event, perhaps a colossal asteroid or a comet racing toward Earth, an astronomical phenomenon capable of shaking the very fabric of our existence. The phrase, "the heavens divide," evokes images of the sky being torn apart, a spectacle both awe-inspiring and terrifying. But is it only about the cosmos? Many believe there is a deeper, symbolic layer to this prophecy. The trumpet might not just be a literal sound, but a metaphorical call to action, a final warning for humanity to rise above divisions and unite in the face of growing global challenges. Could this trumpet be sounding already in the form of environmental crises, social unrest, or technological upheavals? The prophecy seems to ask us, as individuals and as a collective, to pause and reflect. What choices are we making each day, and how do they shape the fate of our world? Are we acting in ways that promote harmony, compassion, and understanding, or are we sowing further discord? Nostradamus's words remind us that prophecy is not about fear, but awareness. It calls us to awaken to the interconnectedness of all life and the ripple effect of our actions. In the end, whether the heavens truly divide or not, the true impact lies in how we respond. Will we heed the call and work toward a more unified and compassionate world? Or will we ignore the warning signs and allow fate to unfold unchecked? As you ponder this, ask yourself, What can I do today to contribute to the well-being of humanity and the planet? This is the heart of the message, an invitation to live with mindfulness, to choose goodness over harm, and to walk a path of wisdom and compassion. Remember, the future is not set in stone. It is shaped by each moment, each choice. Let us choose wisely. Embracing the unknown with wisdom and compassion. We have now traveled through the shadowed words of Nostradamus verses that echo across centuries, stirring both awe and uncertainty in our modern hearts. Perhaps you feel a sense of wonder at what may unfold, or a quiet unease about the challenges ahead. These are natural feelings. But remember, a prophecy is not a prison. It is an invitation, a mirror urging us to awaken. In Buddhist wisdom, we are reminded again and again, the future is created now by what we think and do. So, as we stand at the threshold of 2025, let us pause, let us breathe, and let us ask, how will we walk forward? With fear and despair, or with clarity, compassion, and mindful courage? Now, let's take a moment together to reflect on these questions and explore how we can each walk forward into 2025 with open eyes, open hearts, and a spirit of wisdom. Number 1. Reflections on prophecy and the human spirit. As we reflect on the mysterious and timeless prophecies that echo through human history, it is only natural to experience a complex blend of curiosity, caution, and perhaps even a subtle sense of unease. Yet, it is important to understand that the true role of a prophecy is not to bind us with fear, but rather to awaken a deeper sense of awareness and responsibility within us. Prophecies, whether ancient or modern, do not dictate an inevitable fate. They serve as mirrors, reflecting the hidden truths of our shared human journey, our inherent fragility, our remarkable resilience, and most profoundly, our boundless capacity to shape the unfolding of the future through conscious choice. The Buddha wisely reminded us, all that we are is the result of what we have thought. These words gently invite us to consider the power of our minds in shaping reality. In the midst of life's uncertainties, it is our thoughts, words, and actions that lay the foundation of the world we inhabit tomorrow. In contemplating these teachings, we can draw strength from another timeless insight. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. This counsel from the Buddha encourages us to embrace the unknown with wisdom and compassion, not by attempting to predict or control it, but by meeting each moment with mindful presence and an open heart. In our modern lives filled with rapid change, digital noise, and the constant pressure to foresee every outcome, it becomes even more vital to cultivate this attitude. Instead of being paralyzed by fear of the unknown or chasing after certainty, we can choose to approach life as a flowing river, adapting with grace and nurturing the seeds of kindness and understanding wherever we go. Moreover, the teachings remind us that our shared future is not written in stone, but in the living, breathing actions we take each day. The Buddhist saying, "Thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened," beautifully illustrates how small acts of compassion and wisdom ripple outward, influencing the collective consciousness. In this way, the greatest response to any prophecy is not anxiety, but awakened responsibility. We become active participants in shaping a world guided by empathy rather than fear, harmony rather than division. Let us then take these reflections as gentle encouragement to pause and ask ourselves, what kind of world are we choosing to create? In our thoughts, do we cultivate understanding or judgment? In our words, do we offer encouragement or criticism? In our actions, do we sow seeds of peace or discord? Every choice, however small, carries the potential to shape not only our own lives, but the lives of countless others. As we navigate the unknown, may we do so with the steady light of wisdom and the warm embrace of compassion, remembering that each mindful step we take contributes to the unfolding story of a more awakened and compassionate world. Number 2. The call for mindful action in the world. The mysterious words of Nostradamus do more than pique our curiosity about what lies ahead. They gently whisper a deeper question: how can each of us help build a more compassionate, balanced world right here, right now? When we look around today, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Climate change, social unrest, and growing tensions between nations seem to stretch beyond what any one person can handle. But remember this: even the smallest acts of goodness, when multiplied by many, create ripples that can turn into great waves of transformation. And so, I invite you to ask yourself, what is one small step I can take today toward a kinder, more sustainable world? Let's begin with the choices we make every day that affect our planet. Protecting the environment doesn't require grand gestures. It begins with mindful habits. Consider reducing plastic waste, choosing reusable bags, bottles, and containers. It may seem simple, but every piece of plastic we refuse adds up. Conserve energy where you can, turn off lights and appliances when not in use, and opt for energy-efficient products. Your choices send a message about the future you wish to see. Think also about the food you eat, choosing local, seasonal produce, and supporting farmers who practice sustainable methods not only helps the earth, but nurtures your body and your community. Pause for a moment and reflect: how might my daily habits better honor and protect the natural world? Beyond the environment, we are called to contribute to peace and the strength of our communities. Supporting peace-building efforts is not only for diplomats, it begins with each of us. Promote non-violence in your conversations, stand up against hate speech, and engage in dialogues that bridge divides rather than deepen them. Could you volunteer with or support those facing hardship, the homeless, refugees, at-risk children? These acts of compassion remind us of our shared humanity. And in an age where social media often fuels anger and division, fostering civil and respectful conversation is a radical act of peace. The next time you engage in discussion, ask yourself, am I listening with openness and respect? Education and awareness are powerful tools for lasting change. Lifelong learning helps us grow in wisdom and compassion. Seek out knowledge, whether through courses in sustainability, workshops on nonviolent communication, or books that expand your understanding of the world. And don't forget to pass on these values. Teach children and youth about empathy, cooperation, and the importance of caring for the earth. The seeds you plant today will shape the leaders of tomorrow. So, ponder this: how can I help inspire the next generation to live with compassion and wisdom? It's important to remember that mindful action is not rushed or reactive. It is rooted in awareness, seeing clearly the context of your actions, their consequences, and their deeper meaning. As the Dhammapada wisely reminds us, no one saves us but ourselves. No one can, and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. In other words, true change begins from within. If the future seems uncertain or daunting, do not despair. Start with what is within your reach. The awareness you cultivate, the kindness you show, and the mindful choices you make today have more power than you realize. So I leave you with this: each of us is capable of shaping a more compassionate and sustainable world, step by step, choice by choice. Let your actions, however small they may seem, be guided by wisdom and compassion. And always ask yourself, am I walking the path that leads to a better world for all? Number 3. Cultivating inner peace amidst outer uncertainty. Now, let's explore something truly valuable in these uncertain times, cultivating inner peace through practical mindfulness. You know, life today often feels like a swirling sea of change and unpredictability. From news headlines to personal challenges, the world can sometimes feel overwhelming. But amidst all this noise, there's a simple truth that remains. Peace begins within us. The Buddha once shared a beautiful reminder: peace comes from within, do not seek it without. And this wisdom is more relevant than ever. So the question is, can we nurture that inner peace, day by day, moment by moment? Let me walk you through some heartfelt, practical ways to do just that. Start by tuning into your breath. Each day, find just 5 to 10 minutes to sit quietly and breathe with full awareness. Feel each inhale as it fills your lungs and each exhale as it gently leaves your body. You don't need to change your breath, just observe it. This simple act of conscious breathing is like an anchor in the storm, helping you return to the present when your mind starts drifting toward worries or regrets. And while breathing connects you to the now, so can eating. Yes, mindful eating is another powerful practice. Try this. During a meal, set aside distractions, no phone, no television, just you and your food. Take your time. Notice the flavors, textures, and even the story behind your meal, where the ingredients came from, the effort it took to bring them to your plate. How might this shift your relationship with the simple act of eating? Next, bring mindfulness into your movements. While walking, instead of letting your mind race ahead to your to-do list, focus on each step. Feel your feet meeting the earth. Notice the rhythm of your movement, and allow yourself to fully experience the act of walking. This isn't just about slowing down, it's about waking up to life, one step at a time. Now, let's talk about something equally important: practicing loving kindness, or metta bhavana. This is about consciously cultivating goodwill not only for yourself, but for everyone around you. Each day, take a few moments to silently offer well wishes. Begin with yourself. May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I live with ease. Then extend these wishes to loved ones, to neutral people, to those you find challenging, and finally to all beings. How do you think your world might change if you approached it with a heart that radiates compassion rather than judgment? Of course, life brings its share of fear and difficult emotions. The key is not to suppress them, but to meet them with gentle awareness. The next time anxiety surfaces, pause and observe it. How does it feel in your body? Maybe your heart races, or your breath becomes shallow. Now, instead of pushing the emotion away, silently acknowledge it. I see you. You are welcome here. Often, this simple act of recognition can begin to soften even the sharpest fear. And remember, be mindful of what you consume, especially in the media. Set healthy boundaries around your news intake. Choose trustworthy sources and engage with them consciously. Ask yourself, is this nourishing my understanding or feeding my fear? Finally, build daily habits that support inner stability. One beautiful practice is gratitude journaling. Each night, before sleep, write down 3 things you're grateful for. This shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. Consider also creating moments of digital detox, perhaps an hour before bed without screens, giving your mind space to unwind. And don't underestimate the healing power of nature. Make time to walk in a park, sit by the ocean, or simply stand beneath the trees. Nature has a way of restoring the calm we often forget we carry inside. When we weave these practices into our daily lives, something profound happens. We become less reactive to the world's ups and downs. We begin to embody a steady presenza light in the storm, offering calm and strength to others. The Buddha captured this beautifully. Just as a solid rock is not shaken by the wind, so the wise are not moved by praise or blame. So I'll leave you with this question. What small step can you take today to cultivate more peace within yourself, and how might that ripple outward to those around you? Keep pondering this, and remember your inner peace is not just a gift for yourself, but for the entire world. And so, dear friends, as we reflect on these intriguing prophecies and the uncertainties that lie ahead in 2025, let us remember, the future is not set in stone. It is shaped by the choices we make today, guided by wisdom, compassion, and mindful action. If this journey through the words of Nostradamus has sparked your curiosity or inspired reflection, I warmly invite you to support the journey of wisdom. Please take a moment to like this video, share it with others who may find value in it, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos exploring wisdom, history, and the deeper questions of life. Together, let's continue to walk this path with open hearts and clear minds. Until next time, may you be well, may you be peaceful, and may your journey be guided by wisdom.